Bree here. And now, I don't think I'm alone with this, but I have a habit of building up special occasions in my mind, basically putting them on a pedestal that they have no hope of living up to. I do this with my birthday, New Year's Eve is a big one, and yes, I also do it with Valentine's Day. But I also have this mentality where if you expect things to go horribly wrong, then you'll always be pleasantly surprised, right? That's kind of the mentality in which I live my life. Expect the worst, and you'll never be disappointed. I'm going to try to employ that today with Valentine's Day right around the corner, and we're going to look at some horrible Valentine's Day fails so that no matter what, our Valentine's Days will seem great by comparison. Okay, some heart-shaped balloons. Cute. You can draw a little face on it. That one, I feel like you can make the most of a bad situation and yeah, draw a cute little face on the balloon. It looks like it has little pig ears. It could be really cute. It can be saved. I tried recording my friend getting a Valentine's gift from her long distance boyfriend. Aww. Oh no! Balloon! 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 No, you're not. It's gone. It had a thing to weigh it down. I guess the wind was too much. Hey, balloons don't last forever anyway. And it's the thought that counts. The best part about that is opening the door to see a surprise from the long distance boyfriend. I think no matter what, that's still a great Valentine's Day. This is not bad enough, okay? This is not the kind of fails I'm looking for. Lesbian Problems bought my wife's flowers for Valentine's Day, then she came home with mine. Did they get the same thing? Because that's kind of cute. Oh, that's a lot bigger of a bouquet. I'm sure she loved the flowers that you brought her anyway. I think it's still very sweet. I'm sure she's not comparing if you're in a good, healthy relationship.
I just found out this morning on live public radio that I have been played, lied to, and gaslit by the guy I've been seeing for the last little while.
Okay.
So this is gonna get messy.
Okay.
So I know he had a radio date thing that he had to do. That was a commitment before I kind of came along. And I was like, yes, you should do it, fulfill your commitments. And he was like, okay, great, and gave me a lot of validation in our relationship and don't worry, it's nothing, just doing it for the public thing.
I'm confused. Why did he have to do this? I mean, I guess it's something he already committed to, but I don't know. I'm already getting a little bit of red flags from this.
I'm not trying to lead you on or hurt you. That's the last thing I want to do. I'm
That's
going
a
to
bad
be
start.
completely open, communicate, and honest about all of this.
Uh-huh.
I have to go on the date with this girl, but I'm not trying to jeopardize what we have going on. I want to validate what we've got going on right now, too. And I'm not trying to hurt myself in this either. But I like to say I know what I'm doing and just, don't distance yourself from me or let your mind wander, because I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere.
He is laying it on real thick. There's certain notes that he's hitting that is just basically an AI generated thing to say to make your girlfriend happy is what this sounds like, which is always a red flag when you get messages like that.
So I asked him, are you guys texting before, or what's the deal? And he said, no, we don't text, we don't hang out or anything before. I just show up to the date and that's it.
But yeah, I thought this was going to be all right, I'm in the dating world. Okay, let's go on some dates. And then you just had to fly in and call that up.
I felt pretty secure and comfortable.
Something that would have been really sweet if not coupled with all the other red flags. And that's the thing with these kinds of guys. They will say things like that sound really sweet and that make your heart all aflutter, but you gotta look at the full picture and not just those moments. Because seriously, everything else, it sounded like he was reading off a AI-generated script of what to say in this situation. It had no real feeling behind it. It was, I want to validate you. Who says that in a natural conversation?
He told me he had plans to go to Omaha Saturday night to hang out with an old guy friend, and on Sunday he was going to a coin show and then hanging out with another guy friend to watch the Super Bowl. And I was like, hell yeah, go have fun. We chatted the whole weekend. He sent me a list Sunday night.
I'm home. I'm going to sleep. And I need you to come rub my back and tell me I'm pretty.
Cut to Monday day of the date.
Like, I want this to be over with. There's like, everyone's making this a great big event, and that's what's making me, like,
he's talking about this too much. He is talking about it too much. He knows that he's in the wrong here, that he is going about this the wrong way, that whatever this date is, he actually is going through as an actual date and not just for public appearances. And so his guilt is making him keep bringing it up.
Feel that? Did you feel like you really killed it last night with her? Yeah, it was a good time. Did you feel like romance? There's a lot of romance there. There was. I wonder if there was like romance. Was the romance afterwards? Because we heard you guys went to the bar after that. Guy tried to sneak away from the cameras. Yeah. It's just because you guys got together this last weekend. Heard that.
He really thought he would get away with that, with talking on live radio. Oh yeah, and I spent the weekend with her, and we did all this other stuff too. I have so little respect. I cannot tell you how little respect I have for people who do this crap.
I just finished doing my son's
Valentine's for school
tomorrow,
said.
and I was about halfway done preparing all of these things when I looked down and I actually read the Valentine's Day card that I've been stapling to these little baggies that I made. I will share my nuts with you. Who wrote that and thought it was a good idea?
Were those like joke Valentines where they look like kids' Valentines but are actually for adults? Or, I mean, the thing is, it will probably sound very innocent to the kids, but yeah, when their parents look at it, they're gonna be like, who gave you this? Who gave you this one? Aww. Oh no! The phone. Never tie valuable things to balloons. Like, anytime I see anything where something valuable is tied to balloons, it gives me such anxiety. Don't do that. Don't. That time I was dating a guy who said he found the motherlode of cool stuff while dumpster diving and said because it was Valentine's Day, he'd sell me items for only $10 each. Tell me you immediately broke up with this guy because, at first I thought it was just going, he got my Valentine's Day present through dumpster diving, which is, not great. I mean, I don't care how much money someone spends on my Valentine's Day present, it's the thought that counts. But, I would not be okay if they got it through dumpster diving. But, no, not even that. He's offering to sell them to you at a discount. That is a piece of work.
My husband lost his Valentine's gift from me. I am
Oh, no.
100% sure that he threw it in the trash. Accident. It's our first Valentine's Day together as husband and wife, so this is an interesting
Oh,
surprise.
lovely.
And his gift on Amazon, as one does. I wanted to do an unboxing of it, so I had it on our bar cart. He had friends come over last minute this weekend. It has been so cute. He ran to the house early so that he was able to kind of tidy up the place before they came over. He was kind of panicked when he was clean. He said he just threw everything into our bedroom. I cleaned our bedroom this weekend, and it's nowhere to be found. I didn't want to tell him that that package was his gift, so I said, hey, do you know where that package from the bar cart went? He has no idea.
Oh,
I
no.
searched everywhere because I love my husband, but he...
I mean, you can't be upset with him, because that is very sweet of him that he took the initiative to come home early and clean. That is very sweet of him. And it's... like, I've been there where I'm in a rush and I'm doing stuff in a hurry and I don't remember where I put stuff. I get that. So you can't blame him. It's just a bad situation.
You know what? It's Valentine's Day, and since none of you ladies want to treat me right, I'm gonna go treat myself, because I can go buy myself flowers. I can go hold my own hand. I'm gonna go to Walmart, and I'm gonna buy my own treats and Here I am about to drive to Walmart. All the
Love
baddies are at
this.
Target. This is it? Where's all the heart box? Where's the candy aisle? I'm in the candy aisle. They don't have heart-shaped boxes. They don't have flowers.
There should be like a Valentine's section.
This is absolutely stupid.
Well, just get your favorite candy. It doesn't have to be heart-shaped.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Are you
No, you're fine. No, no, you're good. I'm just making I'm just looking. I was getting candy and stuff not for me, but Valentine's Day. I was looking for those heart-shaped boxes. You know what I'm talking about? The boxes.
Yeah. Are you good?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. You're fine. We're fine. I'm so sorry. No, this is. Hold on one second.
It's kind of adorable.
This was a mistake.
Oh. I mean, yeah, it was very awkward and bumbly, but I find that adorable. If you feel bad this Valentine's Day, just remember that last year, my ex forgot about Valentine's Day, so I got this tattoo instead. Oh, this doesn't sound like it's going somewhere good. Yeah, I'm all for getting tattoos. But all my tattoos I put a lot of thought into before getting them. Like, all of them I thought about for like a year before actually committing to it, because it's gonna be on my body for forever, so I want to make sure that it's something that I really want. And they're expensive too. So yeah, spur of the moment tattoo because your boyfriend forgot Valentine's Day. Probably not the best idea.
My nearly naked body ruined Valentine's Day for my
I love
roommate.
Ryan.
So it's 1 a.m. on Valentine's Day, and I'm doing pull-ups on my door frame because I'm trying to stay fit, and our gyms aren't open. But here's the thing, I like to work out in just my boxers, which makes going to gyms very uncomfortable. But all of a sudden, my roommate walks in, and I go, "Hi, Ahmed, how was your outside show?" Because he was doing an outside comedy show. And normally he would respond with a lot of zest, but he didn't. He just goes, "It was pretty good," and then I hear a second set of foots. Now, an important thing to mention, every light in the apartment is turned off except for the ones coming from my room, so I'm just silhouetted in just my boxers, and I go, "Is there another person here?" And he goes, "Yeah," and that's when I hear a girl giggle. Here's the thing, I know that she entered my home, but it's still, I felt like the villain.
I love, like, the light, like, he's, like, backlit, shirtless. It's like a modeling shoot.
And they're mostly naked, like, she didn't ask for that, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a bad guy. So I panic, and I rip the pull-up bar off my door, and I throw it in, and I jump into my room, and I slam the door. And once the door closes, I just go, "Sorry." And that's when I hear Ahmed just go, "You're fine." And I didn't know what to say, and I was too awkward, so all I just yelled out from my room was, "Happy Valentine's Day!" And then I Postmated him heart-shaped donuts the next morning because I was awkward.
It sounds like it could have gone a lot worse. Like, yes, that's very awkward, very embarrassing, but everyone seemed a good sport about it, so that's good. The girl giggled. It wasn't like she was like, excuse us? Like, it was his apartment. He didn't know they were going to be there, and, the roommate understood. He wasn't like, why are you showing off your body to my girl? So, it seems like everything went fine, but it is really funny.
I had to document this because I just thought...
Okay, date gone very wrong.
Colton and I, we are trying to have a cute little Valentine's Day date. We have our coffees and we're just driving around. Let me see.
Okay. What's he doing?
And we were driving,
car troubles.
And he has like a pretty big pickup truck, and we thought we could get through this patch of snow, and we couldn't. We're like probably an hour away from my house. So yeah, Colton's out there currently trying a plan. We've already tried pushing the truck out. We might have to call for help, which we both really do not want to do. So he's trying like a little thing with a ratchet strap.
I get not wanting to call for help, but there's nothing wrong with calling for help either. Like, I'm the pot calling the kettle black here, but there is nothing wrong with calling for help. If you're stuck and you need help, call for help.
And if you are like us and you're having a epic fail of a Valentine's Day date, or just things are going wrong, you're not alone. I guess this is what makes it more memorable. We'll look back on this and laugh more.
Make the most of it. You're spending time together.
Perfect. I don't know.
Yeah, situations like this, it sucks. You just have to make the most of it. You're together. The car's still working, so you can still turn on the heat and be warm, so that's a blessing. But yeah, just make the most of your time together and call for help.
I just wanted to come on here and
my
say
first Valentine's
that
with
Valentine's
my
Day is coming up, and I just want to tell you about my Valentine's Day experiences with my man so far. So my man's really good at like surprising me and like doing things out of nowhere, just making me so happy, like randomly, right? When it comes to like the actual events, have an expectation, or
Right.
at least I did.
I would too.
I get
Especially
off
if he
school
tends
and
to
I
do
go
things like
home
that.
and he's home already, so I'm like, okay, cool. I'm used to him not telling me plans. I'm used to him not like telling me anything about like what we're gonna do.
I couldn't live
Just
like that.
Get ready and be ready at
But
this
that's
time,
cute.
right? Really just got home, and he's on FaceTime with like his uncle, and they're on FaceTime for like an hour and a half, I want to say. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm chilling on my phone. Oh my god, it's like 6 p.m.
Yeah, communication's
so I'm like,
important.
Oh, babe, like I'm hungry. And he's like, okay, what do you want to eat? I was just like, I don't know, like, you want to go to Costco? I don't know what in me was like, do you want to go to Costco? But he was like, yeah, sure. So
I mean, yes, he did kind of set an expectation with doing stuff, in the past, always doing surprises and stuff, but you also shouldn't assume communication is very important in a relationship. You should always talk about these things, because maybe he never really celebrated Valentine's Day, and that's why he does all these little surprises throughout the year, is he's not a big Valentine's Day person. He likes doing stuff spur of the moment instead. So if you have your heart set on doing something big for Valentine's Day, you definitely should communicate that.
and it's like almost 7 o'clock at this point. So we leave Costco. We're like, I'm driving, right? So I'm like, oh, I need to go get gas. So I go to the closest Chevron, and I'm like tearing up because I'm like
Aww.
facing the fact that like we're not going anywhere for Valentine's Day. This man has no plans, right? So I'm crying. I'm filling up my own tank.
I don't think
And
anyone's
I'm crying.
really at fault
I
here,
get back in the car and he's like,
because,
"Are you
like I said, I understand her side of it, but she should have talked to him about it. I understand why she didn't. He always does surprises, and she wanted to be surprised. But if you do have expectations, you do need to communicate them in a relationship.
right?" And I was like, yeah. And he was like, why? And I was like,
We're not doing anything for Valentine's Day.
and he's like, oh. He's like, where do you want to go? What do you
He
want to
didn't
eat?
realize it
And
was...
we're like,
Oh.
No.
And to be fair, they're both handling this really well. Like, I would be getting emotional too, but she's not throwing accusations, she's not blaming him, and he's not yelling at her for not talking to him about it or for having these expectations. This seems like a really good and healthy relationship. I just want to throw that out there. Terrible
So we're
Valentine's Day,
driving to
good
the mall that has
relationship.
Buffalo Wild Wings, and I guess there's like a sushi place there. So we end up eating there. It was cool, but like I'm literally in a black hoodie, black sweats, black easy slides.
He
Like, I
loves
look
you no
like
matter
I'm
how you
all over
look,
the
I'm
place.
sure.
No makeup, like just lashes. But yeah.
Well, yeah, that did not go so great, but honestly, I'm getting so many green flags in their relationship that I find it kind of cute. Oh, that's so cute! So, tea lights. They need to be on top of something or in something. They cannot go directly on carpet or directly on fabric. They should be in little, like, those clear little votive holders. They should be in one of those. They should never go directly on, the surface, because it's not, as you can see, it'll burn. That's important. Yeah. Or they do make LED ones that you can just put out and not have to worry about being inside something. But yeah, otherwise, at least like a little plate or something so that it's not on anything flammable. Instead of being sad about not having a Valentine, make cards for the retirement community. Okay, this is not a fail, but it's a really cute idea, and I know a lot of people, whenever they don't have a Valentine for Valentine's Day, the holiday is kind of tough for them. So I wanted to put this in here as a way of saying that you can make Valentine's Day whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be about you not having a partner. I like to think of the idea as just a day to show love. I didn't do this one year, but one year that I was single, and my best friend and college roommate was in a semi-long distance relationship. We were at college, and he was a few towns few towns over so she wouldn't be seeing him. So what I did was I printed out a bunch of Valentine's cards from like different fandoms that we're both a part of, and I put them all over our dorm room. Because I got up and left before she got up, so those were all there when she got up. And I worked in custodial at the school at that time, and I cleaned her first classroom of the day before she got there. I knew this because she'd come in while I was cleaning before, so I knew exactly where she sat, so I left another Valentine at her desk. And, this had been my first Valentine's Day after getting out of a serious relationship. And I was not sad at all that Valentine's Day because I was just focused on doing something for my best friend and showing my love for her. So make it about showing love for a friend, make it about showing love for yourself, make it about showing love for people in a retirement community. These are all great ideas so that you don't feel called out for being single. Because there is nothing wrong with being single. Okay, one year my school's Walmart Regina George, I love that, made photocopies of my songwriting notebook and plastered them on the lockers of the guys I had crushes on over the years. Okay, Walmart Regina George is accurate because that kind of stuff only happens in teenage dramas. What on earth? Like, I read a book when I was in middle school of a girl who did this. What on earth? I didn't think this stuff actually happened.
Want to know why I have standards? Because when I was younger, I didn't. I was dating a guy at the time, and while he managed to ruin every single holiday, this one takes the cake. Valentine's Day. We'd been dating 5.5 months at that point. He made no attempt to bring up Valentine's Day plans, and he didn't even text me, Happy Valentine's Day. While I was a little bit bummed, I tried to convince myself that it wasn't a big deal. He realized I was a little bit bummed, so he asked me what I wanted to do, and I said just the same stuff, let's go to the gym and get dinner. So he brought me a donut that somebody had brought into his work office, and then we went to the gym, got dinner, and then he finally posted me on his Instagram after months of not, and that detail is important. It's gonna come back around. Later that night, we're on the couch. He was being a little weird, but whatever.
Not being willing to post you on his socials is a huge red flag, ladies.
I was showing him something on my phone. I had a message request come through. I swiped it away, thought nothing of it, and then he instantly just got into this serious conversation with me. He said that f***ing up Valentine's Day made him realize how much he cares about me, how important the relationship is, blah blah. Then he finally tells me he loves me for the first time. Morning comes and I finally look at that message request. Yep,
oh no.
It's the hey girl text. Sorry girl, didn't know you had a girlfriend. I told him I was gonna say something to you and he begged me to not. She had also sent photos that he had sent her.
And that's why he suddenly was being all super sweet, because he wanted to love bomb her so that she wouldn't listen to this lady.
Knew their old photos, so I just assumed it was before me. I told him she reached out, sent photos, and he was like, yeah, that was before you. But then she deleted his name out of the contacts so that I could see the phone number and sent timestamps with the mother date. So I showed him this, and he doubled down and straight up lied to my face and said, no, that's wrong. This was before you. Now we can tell I'm starting to question a little bit, so when I went to work, he FaceTimed me so that I couldn't call any of my friends, and then he showed up at my work bawling and threatened. I was in social work at the time, so he manipulated me once again with my career and said because I'm a social worker and I know how to help people, I'm the best person for him because he's struggling and he really needs me right now.
This guy is the scum of the earth. Cheating is one thing, but then guilting her to stay with him because he needs her. Oh, that just makes me sick. That makes me physically ill. If you are ever in that situation, if someone ever says that to you, what you should do is call the police. Tell them that someone is threatening this. That way, they can be admitted, get the help they need, but that is not on you. Let's find a lighthearted fail, shall we? Okay, asking her to be his Valentine in front of the entire school, and she just walks away. Oh, that sucks. As far as, like, public proposals, public asking people out, you should only do that if you and that person are already both there. Like, you've been talking for a while, you know that the feeling's mutual. It's one of those, like, we're basically dating, we just haven't put a name to it yet. That's the only time a public thing like that should be done, because otherwise, either you're going to be embarrassed or she's going to feel pressured to agree even if she doesn't want to.
What happened to me on Valentine's Day this year? I woke up and I was like, you know what? I don't have a Valentine. It's okay. I'm gonna make today the best day ever.
Yes.
Her cat.
Like I said, all for this.
What's my left eye? Swollen shut. She couldn't see anything.
What?
When I say literally cannot see anything, like through this eye, I was like this the whole time. Like it's okay. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the gym. I literally
with an eye swollen shut.
Dropped my phone on the way to the gym. Cracked it. The whole thing. I went all the way to my gym wearing my slides. Didn't put my sneakers on. Didn't think to. I don't know what happened.
And then your card got declined.
My card got declined at the front desk.
Jesus.
It was her cat pooped on my bed. My white bedding. My new white bedding.
That is just everything going wrong. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Well, I officially don't think our Valentine's Days can be any worse than that. So, if we set our expectation there, you know, the bar has never been lower. Thanks for watching, have a happy Valentine's Day, and remember, you are ineffable.